From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN News.
And good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on your MTN Statewide News. It is Thursday. I'm Andrea Lutz. A Hamilton man who hit and killed a 9-year-old boy with his vehicle will serve 55 years in prison. 60-year-old Joseph McNamara was found guilty of negligent homicide, criminal endangerment, tampering with evidence, and possession of meth in the death of Robert Leonardi. McNamara's sentencing was moved up so the victim's parents could be in attendance. They're both teachers at Corvallis High School. The county attorney read an emotional statement to the courtroom about how difficult losing a son has been for the parents. An almost decade-old Montana murder case may finally be solved. Back in 2011, the dismembered remains of John Kreitz were found near McDonald Pass. This week, an arrest was finally made. Leon Ford was taken into custody in Washington State. He's charged with deliberate homicide. While the investigation took years to reach this point, the Lewis and Clark County Sheriff said they never considered it a cold case.
We never gave up. We continued to work leads. We continued to work where we had evidence, and there's been a lot of people, a lot of cooperation to make this happen today.
Ford is set to be arraigned in Washington State this afternoon, and the sheriff hopes to bring him back to Montana to face charges in Lewis and Clark County. Kalispell's 7-year-old Jordana Hubbard is finally coming home. It's been 9 months since she was hit by a vehicle while exiting a school bus, and Jordana will be traveling from Houston to her family home in Olney. She's been in Houston since January, recovering in a coma emergence program. Her father, Cody, says she'll continue her treatment in Whitefish.
She definitely had no clue what was going on. She didn't understand why I wasn't taking her home when I'd come see her in the hospital, but that's all she knew. And yeah, so now she knows she's coming home now.
And the driver who struck Hubbell has a trial set for November 3rd. Today, Montana's general election ballots will be officially certified without any Green Party candidates. The Montana Supreme Court ruled they can't be an option for voters this November. The petition which qualified them wasn't valid. A federal judge in Missoula also denied a separate request from the Green Party and voters to intervene. Health officials are reporting 117 new cases of coronavirus today, along with 5 new deaths in Montana. Today, Bighorn County is up to its 15th COVID-19 death. Yellowstone County reporting 2 additional deaths. The state's total number of cases is now over 6,000. Montanans on unemployment due to COVID-19's pandemic will start to see additional funds after that initial $600 a week ran out. The Montana Department of Labor, along with FEMA, approved additional payments for Montanans of $400 a week for those receiving unemployment benefits. So as of Wednesday, Montana is the 8th state to receive the FEMA grant. Claimants will receive backdated payments from August 1st.
We're gonna work like heck to try to get this thing administered as quickly as possible. I'm just happy that we have that we can provide this for them. That's our mission here, is to get that out the door as soon as we can.
There is no set date as to when the grant will last, but it will not last longer than December 27th. And unemployment claims are on the rise. As Michael George reports, it's bad news for industries already struggling.
Nelia Gonzalez spent 20 years working for the Marriott hotel chain, but when the pandemic hit, she was let go. The mother of 2 college-age children hasn't been able to find a new job, and money is tight.
I can't pay my light bill, my cable bill. I can't pay my medical insurance.
Last week, 1.1 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits. That's up 135,000 from the previous week. The layoffs come as the economy shows some signs of recovery. Home construction and sales have improved, but hotels, airlines, and industries involved with travel continue to suffer.
I think it's hitting all parts of the industry.
Wade Lundberg represents union workers in Minnesota. He says 85 to 90% of his 8,000 members in hospitality are unemployed.
Some hotels closed for a long period of time totally. Otherwise, we're seeing, occupancy rates that are anywhere from 5 to 10 to 15%.
Right now, I'm already worried.
Gonzalez was making ends meet with the $600 in weekly assistance from the federal government, but now that's gone.
I don't think I will have a place to live. I'll just probably be homeless. I don't know. I hope I can go with family. I'm not sure.
President Trump is offering $300 a week in unemployment, but workers in some states can't get it. And in states where the money is available, it could take weeks for checks to start rolling out. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Protests continue in Portland for the 84th consecutive day. Police declared the situation a riot. A crowd of protesters marched and threw rocks through windows and started small fires. Officials say the protesters have caused millions of dollars in damages. And demonstrations are ongoing since the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Flint, Michigan residents will finally see some relief after a water crisis that made national headlines. Michigan will pay $600 million to those impacted by the lead-contaminated drinking water. The deal is meant to resolve all legal actions against the state. Officials say regulators didn't properly treat the water in Flint. Up next, a tale not to miss. We're going to find out how $100 is now helping disabled veterans who are going through the Dog Tag Buddies program, all thanks to a Billings middle schooler. But first, Ed is up next with an explanation of where all that smoke is coming from with your statewide forecast.